Hello everyone, it has been a good while since I vlogged. The last time I vlogged it was late November because it was right after Thanksgiving when Kaylee and I went to Kansas City. And I'm going to be trying to vlog a little bit more over the summer. I will for sure be vlogging in like 2 weeks or so. We'll have to see. You'll have to wait and see what that vlog will be doing. What I will be doing in those vlogs or that vlog. I don't know how I'm gonna split it up. But I thought I'd try to get back in the swing of things today and try vlogging today because I'm doing something a little bit exciting. I don't know how my parents are gonna take it, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's my money. It's my life. You know. So I'm on my way to do that now. There have been a lot of other like random updates that I'll probably update you on later on in this vlog though. So I'm off to my destination. I'm slowly dropping hints one by one by what is going on, but I just stopped at Starbucks for the person that is gonna be changing my hair. And instead of saying her name, I said my name, because whatever, but they did spell my name correctly. I would just like to point that out. It is spelled correctly. So I don't know what it is with people's other names, especially because there are literally 50 ways to spell Katie. I swear. So obviously that means the way I spell it is the right way to spell it. So this is what I did. My hair is now once again blue and I absolutely love it. I really, really, really love it. It looks so good. My girl Cassidy did such an amazing job. She is a student at La James International College, right here. They were so nice there as well, and I saw someone that went to my high school and we just had a chat while the dye was all like setting in my hair and stuff. So it was so fun and it was nice to talk to both of them. So now I think just gonna go back to my apartment, see my dog, eat a snack or something, so I haven't eaten yet today. Oops. So I have about an hour and a half until I need to be somewhere. So right now I'm just chilling outside in the courtyard here with Chloe. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay out here because that sun is very bright and I'm very pale and there is dirt on my pants. Look at that. Dirt on my pants. Oh, I have to clean that off inside. Yeah, I burn really easily, so I don't think I'm gonna stay here very long, but it's also such a beautiful day out. And Chloe needs to go outside more. It is several hours later, about 2 hours later. No, that's a lot. I don't know. It's a while later. And I did spend a lot of time outside. Eventually the group of people that were on the hammocks left, so I went to that, and those are in the shade, which is nice. So I did the thing that I had to do. And because it was a favor for someone, he brought me a 6-inch Subway sandwich. And now, Chloe is like staring at my sandwich. Go away. Chloe, go away. Good girl. I got bored sitting in my apartment and I just wanted something from Come and Go. So I'm at Come and Go right now. I parked so close to that car. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait for them to pull out next to me. Yeah, the Cubs game starts in about 20 minutes. And I was like, I want to go before the game starts. So I'm at Come and Go and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna get. Looking at everything, there's a lot of good stuff here. I think I want one of these like icy things though. Maybe I should get, that's a mess. I feel like I should get one of the like mug things that you can fill up. I don't know. here quite enough for that. That's a lie. I come here quite frequently. This is literally a mess over here. Get large or extra large? Large. I've been craving one of these things forever. It says push. I push. Alright, I went for the Coca-Cola flavor. And it's leaking a little bit. It's running down my hand. I was about 5 minutes late to the start of the game, but I also caved and got this because it looked really good. It's okay. I had a reward for a free fountain drink, which counted toward this. So I only paid like $3, which is, gotta love the Comic Up Rewards app. Download it. So it's currently the bottom of the 10th inning, which means free baseball. But it's tied 1-1, and both runs were scored in the first inning, I believe. And it is just past 10:30. In about an hour and a half or so, it is Tom Holland's 23rd birthday. And Tom Holland's just great. He's so cute. He's the best Spider-Man by like a million miles. Anyway, he's just the best, and he's cute and British and just is, you know, like perfect. Anyway, a few things I wanted to talk about was, I guess first of all, I never really explained why I have a dog. In October of 2017, yeah, October 2017, for my 21st birthday, my parents were like, Katie, we've been looking into getting you an emotional support dog. And I was like, okay, I'll take one. So I got Chloe from the Animal Rescue League. I took her home on November 1st of that year. She's a senior dog. She's about 10 years old right now. So I got her at a discount because she's old, technically. But she has an Instagram account. I will put it here as well as in the description box below, so you can go follow her on Instagram, because she's an adorable little puppy. She's my puppy. She came with the name Chloe. It's spelled with a K, obviously. And I decided to not change it. I could have at least changed it to spelling it with a C. She's like twitching or smelling my shoe or something. She's so weird. But my name starts with a K, so her name could start with a K, you know, all that. So she now lives with me in my apartment. And Kaylee was a little bit hesitant at first about having a dog, because she never lived with a dog before, but she eventually came to absolutely love Chloe. She is such a good little dog. She's well behaved and very obedient. I can take her out in the courtyard without a leash, and she'll always come back to me. She's got a little bit of social anxiety, so I know she won't go far, which is good. No, 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 no! Game over. Are you kidding me? Oh, and they have fireworks too? What is that? Y'all are dumb. Endgame came out. And while I have all of the words for Endgame, none of them are being formed into actual words. Because my goodness. My therapist asked me to describe how I felt after watching it, and I was like, she's like, were you happy? And I was like, I am satisfied, but kind of upset, I guess. I can't remember what the other word I was, but satisfied was like the word. I wasn't necessarily happy with what happened with some of the characters, and if you've seen it, you probably know exactly the main two I am talking about that I am very unsatisfied with or unhappy with. Like, I get it. I get where like Marvel is coming from with doing it to those two characters, but like that doesn't mean I like it, you know. So that was an emotional roller coaster. I was tearing up throughout the entire movie, but then there was a certain scene that hit with two characters that I lost it. I just lost it. Oh my gosh. And put in the comments below which scene you think it was if you've seen it, but also try not to spoil anything. But because I know not everyone has seen it. That movie just about killed me. And I went to McDonald's for weeks. Oh gosh, how many times did I go to McDonald's? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I went to McDonald's 11 times, at least 11 times, while they had the Avengers toy. And these are the ones that I got. So this one is Hawkeye, but like I don't really think it looks like Hawkeye. So I like this one more. So the next thing I want to talk about is why I need a new dream job, which is going to be the title of this video. But essentially my dream job is working as an editor for a YouTube channel called Sugar Pine 7. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of the backstory of the channel because it's kind of confusing. But in January 2012, Philip DeFranco, an already established YouTube creator, launched a channel called SourceFed, which was a laid-back pop culture-focused news channel that was eventually acquired by Discovery Communications. On March 20th, 2017, it was announced that SourceFed and the affiliate channels would be shut down, and the final farewell live stream aired just 5 days later. This left all of the on- and off-screen employees jobless and left to fend for themselves. By the way, I'm reading off of a paper I did about them for my digital culture and new media class. It was my final paper, and I had to do a virtual ethnography on some sort of internet space. And I chose to do mine on Sugar Pine 7 because I love them so much, and I was like, I want to work for them. Anyway, Steven Suptic was one of the hosts that had his own mostly established channel, but he wanted to do more with it. Two of the production assistants that Steven had become close with in his time with SourceFed, James DeAngelis and Clayton Kibb James, rebranded Steven Suptic's channel into Sugar Pine 7 on April 18th, 2017, less than a month after SourceFed shut down. The name of the channel comes from the cabin that the boys stayed in one of their videos. By September, the channel had around 1 million subscribers, and they won the Streamy Award for Show of the Year. I was so proud. There are several different kinds of videos on the channel. They had podcasts called Beyond the Pine, but most of their videos were like vlogs called Alternative Lifestyle. And Steven Suptic described it as a freeze frame, this is a direct quote, is freeze frame narrated hyper surrealistic improv-based comedy that uses the vlog format as a vehicle to promote a character-driven story. And then, in my own words, each person that appears in a video chooses a few character traits of themselves and takes it to an extreme and unlikely level to create a random plotline that doesn't really make sense, but just might keep you intrigued. Yeah, so I just loved how unique it was. There really isn't another channel on the platform that has the same type of content as them, at least in that style. And then I really, really liked the podcasts. The podcasts were my favorite part just because I like to know a lot of behind the scenes and really know about the people that are involved. And it was essentially just Stephen, James, Kib, and a few other guests at times. They just sit around a table, real chill, and they would talk about everything from politics to religion to films and literally anything that they wanted to. Pop culture was another common thing. But the difference between them and like other podcasts was that their opinions didn't quite, fit what everyone else thinks. Like, they're very unpopular opinions, as far as what people are willing to voice, if that makes sense. James, Stephen, and Kib are all very different people, but their dynamic is kind of part of what made the show so unique. My personal favorite person on the channel is James DeAngelis. He received his Bachelor of Arts in Cinema from San Francisco State University, where he graduated in 2016. Similar to me, for what he does, he really didn't have to go to college, but he needed that experience to become who he is today. Just like me. I want to be an editor. I don't need to go to college, but I've learned so much about life and about myself through this 4-year experience, going to be 4.5-year experience, which is another update. Yeah, I have to do an extra semester because I switched majors too late, but it's fine. For the most part, he's Christian and politically conservative, which is not common in the YouTube space at all. You have a lot of people that are at least very anti-Trump, and James is not anti-Trump, but he's, I suppose, not also pro-Trump. He supports the president when he makes good decisions and when he doesn't say dumb stuff. But he's also very critical of the president, as most conservatives are. We support but are very critical. That's just how we kind of, for the most part, work. There are obviously outliers. But I really felt a connection with James just because we have a lot of those things in common. Stephen Suptic, on the other hand, went to community college for a brief period of time but dropped out. Politically, Stephen is a little bit more liberal than James, and isn't religious, but is willing to learn, Kib is from Canada and is more outdoorsy by a long shot than James and Stephen. He didn't have any post-secondary schooling, so he just graduated from high school. And both politically and religiously, he was somewhere in between James and Stephen. All three of the guys are toward the middle of the political spectrum. So that always created really interesting and informative discussions. People would comment on all of the podcasts and just kind of chime in on their 2 cents worth, but those comments could be all over the place. People support them, people just bash on them, and then there are some that just kind of make fun of them. One really funny quote on episode 86 of the podcast was, "Stephen's partially unbuttoned shirt is an ever-present reminder of just how truly hairless he is." So that's just funny. But anyway, yesterday, the Thursday, May 30th, they put out a podcast pretty much saying that Sugar Pine 7 is no more. Sugar Pine 7 was bought by Rooster Teeth, a YouTube production company, in January 2018. After Rooster Teeth acquired Sugar Pine 7, they moved into an office building that they shared with several other channels that are part of Rooster Teeth's Let's Play network. They gained a few more employees, including a few producers and an editor and assistant editor. But yesterday, when they essentially announced that Rooster Teeth fired them. We don't know all of the details. There's another vlog coming out. I don't know if it's the last vlog of what they're doing. I think it's the second to last, but there's one coming out that will, I think, explain it a little more. But essentially, just from what we know, it's kind of been coming for a while. The channel hit that peak when they won Show of the Year, and then they signed on to Rooster Teeth, and it was kind of all downhill from there. They weren't happy with the content they were making, and they were making so much of it. They were putting out 5 videos a week, which is just so many videos, and they were just burnt out. And apparently, like a few months ago, the higher-ups in Rooster Teeth were just like, you need to fix this or you're not gonna work here anymore. And they apparently lasted longer than they expected that they would, or than they thought they would. It just didn't end up working out. Steven is still gonna have access to the channel, as far as I know, and I don't know if they're going to continue to make any sort of content. They just wouldn't be paid for necessarily, but they have all started looking for new jobs. Their old lead editor left a couple months ago to kind of start to work on a new project that Rooster Teeth was starting up. Kib has a new job with another channel now, and it's, I think, very music related, which is perfect for him. Steven really didn't say what he was doing on the podcast. He's really working on himself right now. He sees a lot of flaws in himself that he needs to work on in regards to his work ethic when he works for someone else, and just kind of his overall happiness level. He's also engaged, and there's been a lot of weird things going on with the wedding. So he's just working through all of that. I think the money he made with SB7, Sugar Pine 7, is gonna hold him off for a while, but it obviously can't do it forever. The assistant editor that became the only editor has had a job lined up for a few months apparently, so she's just killing it. James has just been applying around. Apparently he applied to be a production assistant for Fine Brothers Entertainment, which is another kind of group that I enjoy. They're not like up in my top favorites at the moment. They definitely have been, and it kind of depends on what mood I'm in. To be honest, Sugar Pine 7 came into existence, and I just kind of forgot almost every other channel existed, because I just love them so much. But, you know, maybe I could try to work for FBE, because I do enjoy their content, especially their, like, React channel. I like to kind of see what people think of a lot of different things. Like, I love discussions like that. So, maybe I could get into that. I don't know. But anyway, because Sugar Pine 7 isn't like a business anymore, I need to find a new dream company to work for. So yeah, there were more people involved in the channel than what I said, than who I mentioned, and I just want them all to be as successful as they possibly can, because I was just so emotionally invested in both the characters and the people who created them. So, anyway, that being said, after I, like, read my Bible and stuff, I write, I'll sometimes write in a journal that I guess I'm going to call my This Is Everything I Didn't Say journal, based off the title of the song by 5 Seconds of Summer. And I essentially just write letters to people that I'll probably never actually send. I wrote a letter to just Sugar Pine 7, and I just was like, I'll take a picture of it, post it to Twitter, maybe something will happen. So I did. I tagged the final 6 people that were left in SP7, and I said, I am so sad that Official SP7 is over. And I have absolutely loved the channel since it started and have been emotionally invested in the characters and the humans that created them. I know they will all take these experiences, learn from them, and do amazing things in the future with a heart and a little pine tree, you know, yeah. And I kid you not, within 2 minutes, 3 of the members that I tagged liked it, and one of them responded, and I was like, oh my gosh, they know I exist. Oh, this is the tweet. It now has 76 likes and 1 retweet. I have no idea who retweeted it, but she responded with 2 yellow hearts. So she knows I exist, and I'm still freaking out about it, honestly. And for the rest of the night, last night, my phone was just blowing up with, like, notifications that people were liking the tweet. So obviously I'm up to 76 now, which is, like, insane. I'm gonna miss the channel. Anyway, really soon I'm gonna start listening to a podcast that was started by Steven's fiance and her friend Natalia, who was also in a few SP7 videos, called Let's Get Haunted. And Let's Get Haunted is, they recently released some pop sockets. They need to sell 100 pop sockets, and they're like, and I'm like, I kind of do want one. I want to start listening to the podcast first. They were posting on their story today, like, it's payday, you know, get your pop socket. We have X many that we need to sell left. And I ended up responding, and I can't even remember what exactly I said. But I was like, I don't get paid until next week, and I just spent a bunch of money, like, doing my hair and all of that stuff. And of course, because apparently this is my weekend, or my week of things being fantastic, they responded to me being like, girl, we totally get it, hair comes first. And I was like, so I responded, if it means anything, my hair looks pretty good, if I do say so myself, which, you know, it does. And they're like, yeah, you gotta be good repping that pop socket, you know? And I was like, yeah. So this is like, they know I exist. I have no idea what to do with myself now. I feel like I've hit a high. The only thing that would really make this all better is if James DeAngelis were to see my tweet. And then I also sent him a Instagram DM just being like, yo, I love that you are so brave enough to, you know, like talk about the Lord on the podcast in front of 100,000 people or whatever. As much as people don't like the fact that he's talking about it on YouTube, if I'm hearing it and I already know the Lord, someone is hearing it for the first time. It's just he's planting the seed, and someone else is going to water that seed and watch it grow into a real relationship with the Lord for that person. And that's, I guess, all a Christian would want, you know? So I just kind of reached out for him, being like, hey, I hear it, someone else is gonna hear it, it's okay. Just kind of as encouragement. Anyway, that's where that is at. Guess we'll see what they all end up doing. So it is 11:15. I'm probably going to go and do some more Bible reading and maybe another writing session. I don't know who I would write to today, though. We'll see what the Lord puts on my heart as far as that goes. And then, depending on what time I decide to stop reading my Bible, I might edit this video. Hopefully I'd like to get it out tomorrow. So there are some exciting days coming up that I'm going to be vlogging. Those are going to be in about 2 weeks, a week and a half or so. And then maybe on Sunday I might vlog, because there's some fun happening that day, but I don't know, there's going to be a lot of people there, and I don't know if they want to be on the internet. So if you liked this vlog, if you like my new hair, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below, leave a comment about, I guess, Infinity War or Endgame. Leave a comment about Endgame. You can leave a comment about Infinity War if you want, but Endgame is the latest Marvel movie to come out, and I cannot wait for Spider-Man Far From Home. I cried 10 seconds into the trailer. And it was after Tom Holland does the stop here if you haven't seen Endgame yet, because this has major spoilers. And then I started crying after he did that. But also the irony of Tom Holland giving the spoiler warning. Yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it, all that fun stuff. And I will see you in another vlog in the future. Bye! Do you know that it's time to go for a ride in the car? Yeah? Yeah? Alright, let me finish gathering all my stuff. We're gonna go for a ride in the car! Chloe, calm down, honey.